All right, thanks very much. One of 6 former Daytona 500 winners who started today's Daytona 500, and one of 3 sets of brothers, the Labonte brothers, of course, the Burton brothers and the Wallace brothers, all 3 of those. And we're talking about teamwork a moment ago. There's Michael Waltrip, your current leader, with his wife, Elizabeth or Buffy. He actually proposed to Buffy in Victory Lane after winning the Busch Series race there in Bristol back in April of '93. And so they've kept it in the family.
Yeah, definitely so.
Okay. All right.
I'm not going there.
I thought there was a segue for teamwork, but you obviously didn't want to play on that. All right, the rain is still falling, and Jeff Hammond is getting quiet. Boy, that's an upset. And we were just talking about the Wallace brothers. That's Mike Wallace.
That's Ricky Rudd.
Ricky Rudd,
headed his bus right there, and
with Mike Wallace.
Yeah.
Okay, and Ricky Rudd, one of the guys who is with the Wood brothers now. One of the guys who changed over from Motorcraft last year. And now let's go to Steve Burns, who is with Mike Wallace.
Thanks, Chris. Mike Wallace, you've been mixing it up in the top 10 right now in that 09 car.
The Mickasegee Gaming Resorts car has run well today. You know, I'd like it to go back to racing because I think we got a better car than 9th. But, you know, you're running 2 different races. You're running for the rain and you're running for a finish position. But all in all, I think we're having a great day and look forward to hopefully being able to race again. And if not, happy with a top 10 finish.
You know, Mike, some people might look at your team and you as an underdog, but you guys have been fast in testing. You've been fast the entire time, Speed Weeks 2003.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, this team owned by James Finch and run by Mark Reno and Johnny Allen have done a great job. And they've always had fast cars at the speedways. I mean, that's what I've heard from everybody, you know, plus I knew it. It's like, hey, those cars are always fast, and they are, and we're handling well, and we can get up to those RCR cars, but we can't quite get past them. And as soon as I get a run on them, then I back up a little bit. But all in all, you know, I mean, if we ended up here 9th, it would be a good day, and we're on television over here. Did you know that?
Well, I can't believe your shy brother Kenny hasn't made his way over to a television. As much of a rain field as we're in, should we drag him in here?
We need some stacker too, Herman. Come on over here and let's talk. Come right here. Come on.
Kenny, I was telling Mike, I'm surprised we've had a rain fill. As shy as you are, you haven't been on camera yet.
Well, you know what? Mike deserves all the TV time he can get. I mean, he's had a hell of a weekend. What, 6 in the trucks, 4th yesterday, and he just deserves a full-time ride. And I'm happy you guys are interviewing because he's been up front all day. I'm his PR man. I'm happy. My Stacker 2 Dodge has been running good. We're 16th right now, and we've been tight at times, but great pit stops by my team, and I'm as thrilled as Mike, but I would like to go green too, so we'll just have to wait and see.
By the way, could you give us like another version of that boogity, boogity, boogity that we heard the other day?
What did I say there? We do all that over at this hangar, and I said, I just dreamed it up all of a sudden. I'm like, off your seat and on your feet. It's time to go green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Woo, that's St. Louis way, baby.
But like once he gets over that shyness, Mike, he'll be all right.
He's the introvert of the family. You know, it takes him a while to get out of the shell. But, hey, I know the kids are watching at home. We're not going to be home this evening. So, Lindsay, Chrissy, Matt, hope Dad finishes 9th or better.
All right, thanks, Mike. Kenny, thank you very much. Let's go to Dick Berggren.
With Ricky Rudd starting his 26th Daytona 500 today, and so many people thought you were going to win this thing. What's your day been like?
Well, it's been pretty tough, Dick. Right from the start of the race, we ran over something that poked a hole in the front the valence of the race car, so we had to come in on one of those early cautions, and the guys repaired it and got it back out there and had to start dead last. So we come from dead last to 15th, but I don't know how many more spots we've got left if we do get to get racing. I feel like we got a good top 10 car, maybe outside top 5, but we just, it's just been one of those days we've been playing catch up, and the weather's not cooperating, so there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
You've been around forever. What did racers used to do before there was tape to fix problems like that?
Oh, gosh, even as long as I've been around, I can remember duct tape being around for a long time. And, pop rivets, when duct tape, I guess, wasn't working as good as it does today, pop rivets. And that's what they end up actually having to use is pop rivets and aluminum today. So they had to go back to such a big hole, they had to go back to the way they used to do things.
I guess I've been around longer than you because I remember when they didn't have duct tape and people just ran lousy.
All right. Thanks. Actually, Dick Berggren used tape on the Mayflower when he was sailing over. They had, we kid because we care. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series is live on Speed all season long. I need one of the Wallace brothers to help me. Speed will be right there to provide you with exclusive television coverage of all 24 remaining races this season, beginning in Darlington. And the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series is exclusively on Speed. And the way to get it, if you don't have it, let somebody know. Call 1-888-22-SPEED. We'll be back. You're watching the Daytona 500 in a rain delay, live on Fox. Welcome back to the Daytona 500. We've gone through 109 laps. Second rain delay. Michael Waltrip currently leading and would hang on to win if this race were called. We'll keep you posted or if they can run again. A number of the top drivers in the sport sat down with our Darrell Waltrip this week to talk about the state of the sport, past, present, and future.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. started last and will finish first in the book shootout.
Congratulations on Saturday night.
Thank you.
That looked like a very impressive run.
It was a lot of fun.
Would you not agree, Jeff?
Yeah, it was impressive when he went by me, but 5 to go.
He blew your doors off, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. What do you think about night racing?
Love it.
What do you think we ought to do?
I love coming to a track on a Friday and leaving Saturday night. That's what
That's right. Well, just like we were talking about
That's old guys. That's what we like.
Saturday night race was in prime time, and it drew a heck of a rating.
Yeah.
And, the Saturday night races are a no-brainer. I mean, tell me, if it rains on Saturday night, you can still race the race on Sunday.
Yeah. It's under the lights, which looks more exciting. You see the sparks. You see the whole. It just looks faster.
Right.
I think it's awesome.
So you want to run them all on Saturday night?
As many as we possibly can.
Dale Jr., you got your new contract. You're going to be driving the Bud car for a while. How long?
Another 5 years. Just figured I needed one, so I wanted to make sure that I was entitled to everything that I was entitled to as a driver. But
that's very wise.
Yeah, he's entitled to that.
That's very wise. I'd say you're entitled to quite a lot. I hope you got a lot.
Did you get those appearances taken care of?
Yeah, actually, that was kind of one of the perks. I mean, I got, when you're in a position like that I'm in, you can ask for certain things, and I was able to put the crunch on that and get that down, which I thought everybody was doing 80 appearances a year. Apparently, I'm still pretty high with 40. Yeah.
Now, he was talking about having to make too many appearances. You've been making quite a few extra appearances lately.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live, the NBA. I mean, what's up with this?
Well, I renegotiated my contract a couple years ago.
So you can do what you want to do.
Carved out some of those appearances. But, when the right opportunity comes along and it's fun and it's exciting and it's going to be good, for me, the team, and the sport, I jump on it.
You're getting us into mainstream.
Yeah.
Well, we never had television a long time ago like we got it right now. I mean, before, you'd have a guy from Los Angeles Times or, say, the Boston Globe or places that they'd go to only a couple races a year. Now these guys are sending these guys every single race. And you got to be a moron not to know that what NASCAR is nowadays. I mean, it's out there in your face. It's everywhere.
Yeah, and Rusty, all these guys, who's the leader of this sport?
I don't think there is a leader. His father was the leader. And there's nobody can fill Dale Sr.'s shoes, in my eyes.
I think that the sport is on all of our shoulders. I think all of us have a responsibility to take this sport to the next level, but I also think it's important to have superstars. I mean, it's important to have guys like Dale Jr. It's important to have, guys like Rusty and Kurt. I mean, but we all have to find our place.
Everybody has their certain leadership roles, and whether it's Rusty helping them with the aerodynamic changes, whether it's Junior trying to create a template for appearances, with the TV package, and with everything going onward and upward, it's each one of us' responsibility to carry it forward.
Oh, I won the Daytona 500! I won the Daytona 500!
I think about the '89 Daytona 500. I was talking about it yesterday, and I almost started crying, thinking about how important that was to me. What it meant to me. Rusty, what's it going to mean to you when you win your first Daytona 500? You know you'll win one.
It'll be
Man, if I won one and Earnhardt won one, you know you'll win one. Jeff's won
I hope I'm due for one, man. I mean, it'd mean everything in the world to me. I mean, I've been pretty fortunate to win about every race I've run, except the Daytona 500, and the Daytona 500 be great.
The Daytona 500 is set to get underway.
The adrenaline of this race grabs you so quick, it somewhat makes other things cloudy, and it somewhat alters your perception of what you need to do at that certain time. So, I mean, I was leading with 10 to go. Gordon put a move on me. Next thing I know, I'm 30th.
I know you've won here, and what would it mean to you to win the 500?
It's the second greatest thing you can accomplish in your career, aside from winning the championship, of course. It's the biggest race. I just like coming here more than any other place we go to, just because of what it is to the sport and what it's meant to the sport. But, yeah, it would be definitely bigger than my first win or winning the championships in the Busch Series or the Winston or anything like that.
Hey, thank y'all for coming over and spending a little time.
Thank you.
Maybe I feel like we're talking to the winner of the Daytona 500 here. One of you guys.
One of these
so
guys, yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.